On today's program, we are joined by an accomplished writer, college professor, Frankfurt author, Dr. David Shabazz.
And we're going to discuss his latest book, Pro Wrestling's Black World Champions. Welcome to the show, Dr. Shabazz.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Oh, it's our pleasure.
Yeah, absolutely. So give us an overview of what the book is about and give us some insight on it.
This book is about a celebration of black wrestlers, the people who have put in the hard work, the blood, sweat, and tears to elevate themselves to the top of their game. And let me give it a little context. Professional wrestling has the stigma, being athletic theater, which it is, sports entertainment, which it is, but to be the champion, they have vetted that person. That person has athleticism. That person has charisma. That person has skill, and they also have toughness. Because they're the champion, they're the franchise player, the face of the organization, they have to be tough. Because they know people will test you. They'll go out in public, oh, wrestling is fake, and they will jump on that person, and that's why they have to really be able to fight. And many of them have fought.
Yeah, absolutely. That's scary.
So why did you feel like this book needed to be in the marketplace? I mean, I know you're, what I saw, first of all, you're featuring male and female wrestlers, which is awesome. You also take things back to the roots, to the beginnings in Africa and on. So what were some of the elements about the book that you felt really needed to be out into the public space?
I think that people really don't know about the sports roots in Africa. Everybody's kind of familiar with the Greco-Roman side, but in Senegal, for years, they have a form of wrestling that's very familiar to Greco-Roman and the catch as catch can. And so I thought it was important, if I'm talking about the black wrestlers, to sort of give some of that history. Of course, we know about it in Egypt because the pictorials tell the story there. But I think the other parts of Africa that people really don't know about, and I thought it was important to at least mention that.
Yeah, I love that history.
I love the context for that.
As well, yes.
And then also, how does this book differ from other publications that are on the market right now, too?
Most publications are about, it's usually a biography of an individual, or it's telling you about the sport itself and trying to explain the sport to people. My book is focusing on the few wrestlers of African descent who have held the heavyweight title. And when you think about professional wrestling being around since the 1800s, there are only 21 people to date of African descent who have held the heavyweight championship. And 4 have been female, only 4 females.
Oh, wow, wow. Well, time for the spotlight to shine.
That's right.
And that's what this book is doing. Well, we really appreciate you bringing this to us. And how can folks get a hold of this edition?
Well, it's you can find out through all of my social media channels, David L. Shabazz, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. It's in all of the bookstores. It's in the local bookstores, Barnes & Noble, as well as online, Amazon and barnesandnoble.com, as well as Poor Richard's bookstore for my folks in Frankfurt.
Wonderful.
That's a great store. I'm down there all the time.
Well, thank you so much for being with us today. We really appreciate it.
Thank you, all. Thank you for having me.
Good to see you. Come back and see us.
I will, definitely.
We're back in just a second, folks. Stick around.